economy in Florida. And Steve, going to your next chart, this entire fight, at least Governor DeSantis says it is anyway, is about this special district that is not apparently uncommon in Florida, but Disney has the biggest one. What is that exactly, and why does Governor DeSantis want to take it away?
Right. So here's what the fight is all about. So back in 1965, when Disney came to Florida, it said, we don't want it to be like L.A., where we have a park and we don't control anything around it, and we end up with a lot of seedy motels and fast food restaurants. So they made a deal with the state of Florida, which, as you say, is not uncommon, where they, in effect, control this 39-square-mile area. This is the city of Orlando, and to give you a sense of the size, and this is Disney. And so they have a board, had a board of 5 people that took care of all the water, the fire, the building codes, supervision, and they paid for it. And then DeSantis came along when he got mad at them and said, well, we're going to take this away from you and essentially make it another city or county in the state of Florida. Then DeSantis realized he was going to have to pay for all this stuff. And so he backed off that and said, okay, well, I'm not going to do that, but instead I'm going to appoint this board and I'm going to take over control of this district. So he appointed a board. Then Disney turned around and they put a bunch of agreements in place before the board took effect that essentially limited the board's ability to do anything that Disney didn't want them to do. And then the board came along and essentially tried to void those agreements. And that's where the lawsuit came in. And Disney said enough. And they sued them under the First Amendment, basically saying that by going after Disney because it had said some things about the Don't Say Gay law, that violated their First Amendment and they were entitled to take control about. As you said, Willie, this is not that unusual in Florida. The Villages, which is a big retirement community that politicians regularly stop at, has a special district. The Daytona Speedway has a special district. It's nothing all that extraordinary, and Disney was a great corporate citizen that DeSantis just decided he wanted to take on in a stupid fight.
It'd be interesting to know if Governor DeSantis also wants to take away the special district privileges of the Villages and the Daytona Super Speedway. I suspect he would not. Okay, let's go to your last chart, Steve. You talked about biting the hand that feeds you. Well, it appears Governor